Hello quiet ones, welcome back. Missed you too. I hope you remember to click that thumbs up button and to subscribe as well. Plus I hope you enjoyed today's video. The question still burning in my mind after 10 minutes of walking through the trees, I asked again. Seriously, why is he so worked up? Well, Terry turned to make sure Tom wasn't close enough to hear, then lowered his voice. The truth is, we think the Cleaves killed our mom. What? That's crazy. Terry pushed a low-hanging branch out of his path. Yeah, I know. We told you she died a couple of years ago. It happened suddenly, the day after the last time we went to the witch's house. The next morning, when my dad came home from work, he found her dead in their room. He paused to take a long step across a shallow creek. Not long after, we found out she'd been cheating on him. One of our neighbors was found dead in his bed too. Both of their heads were chopped off. I stumbled in surprise, my foot getting soaked in the creek up to the ankle. You have to be messing with me. You're kidding, right? No, it's true. You can ask other people about it. But the cops must have thought your dad did it. Terry nodded. Of course. But his manager and all the other guys at the mill swore that he'd been there all night, and the doctor put the time of both deaths right in the middle of Dad's shift. I glanced back at Tom. No way, you're pulling my leg. Tom was joking about the whole Mom Cleaver thing last night before you suggested going to the house. Terry shrugged. That's just how he handles things. Laughs it off, so he doesn't have to think too hard about it. What about you? If you really believe old Mother Cleaver killed your mom, how come you're so ready to go traipsing around her house? Terry's normally kind eyes grew hard. My mom wasn't perfect, but that doesn't mean she deserved to have her head chopped off. I need to see if the Cleaves is really real. If she is, she owes me. Tom, and my dad too. I shook my head in wonder. Why'd you wait 2 years to go back then? Because I'm scared as hell. Terry grinned. And I figured Tom wouldn't let me go without him. Especially if you were going. I stopped talking for a few minutes, just processing everything Terry had laid on me. One final question nagged me. Okay, assuming your dad didn't do it, that still doesn't explain why you think old Mother Cleaver killed your mom. Maybe it was just some escaped maniac or something. That would be a stretch, but a lot more believable than some ancient witch hiding under the bed. Terry nodded. The last time Tom and I went to the house, I took something. That night, the night she died, my mom woke me up and asked me about it. At least I thought it was her. I told her the truth, and I said I was sorry. She kissed me on the forehead and left. I shivered, just like, yeah. Thing is, we didn't know this was her house. We really didn't know anything about old Mother Cleaver then. Just the ram. Most people don't. It wasn't until later my dad told us the whole story. That's when we realized what must have happened. And he knows the story because his great grandmother was the mayor's wife who died. No way. Just what my dad told us. We're almost there. We walked maybe another 50 yards before Terry pushed through a thick screen of brush. Before us, the burned out wooden house stood in the clearing. Only 2 of the exterior walls were still erect, and the roof was collapsed. The bare interior of the house totally exposed to the elements. The 2 of us stopped just looking. Well, here it is, Tom said, coming up behind us. Do you believe us now, Sam? Can we get the heck out of here, please? Seeing the remains of the house, its blackened timbers twisting this way and that like broken fingers, I felt an involuntary shiver creep down my spine. Works for me, I said. I sure hope you guys know how to find your way back. In a minute, Terry said, before abruptly jogging forward and ducking behind one of the still standing walls of the house. Terry! Tom shouted. He took a step to follow, then stopped, hands clenched at his sides, frustration visible on his face. What are you doing? I called after Terry. I followed him, but rounding the wall, my mouth dropped open, dumbfounded. What? Where did he go? With a visible effort, Tom came to stand beside me. There's a hole over there. You can't really see, but it leads down to the cellar. Come on. You sure? I asked. Terry told me about, your mom. He sighed. I figured, and no, I'm not, but somebody's got to make sure that idiot doesn't hurt himself. There's no light down there. Sure enough, not 20 feet from where I stood lay an open hole with a shaky-looking ladder leading down it, blocked from sight by some of the fallen roof. Terry went down there? Yeah. What is he doing? Being an idiot. Tom shook his head. We found this place a few years ago. Didn't have any idea what it was. We came a bunch of times, but it was only our last trip we found the cellar. We poked around and found, of all things, an old rotted skeleton. Terry took one of the finger bones as a souvenir. And that's why you think old Mother Cleaver visited you that night, to get the finger back. But why did she kill your mom? Tom shrugged. Don't know. Maybe since we disturbed her, she decided to go back to her old tricks, but the finger was gone the next morning. Come on, I'll go first. He took a breath to settle his nerves, then descended the ladder. You're good? He called back up. Careful, some of the rungs are a little slippery. I cautiously made my way down to the cellar beside Tom and found the light coming from the hole above did little to illuminate the space. Here, Tom said. Put your hand on my shoulder so we don't lose each other. I think I can remember how to get to where we found the skeleton. I grabbed his shirt and we stepped into the blackness, which, within only a few steps, became absolute. It didn't take long, maybe only 30 seconds or so, but the time seemed to stretch on for an eternity as Tom carefully felt his way along the earthen wall, and I clutched his shoulder. We took one turn, then another, before the light of a small flashlight showed where Terry was stopped over, kneeling on the ground. "You," Tom called, striding up to his brother and roughly jerking him to his feet, the flashlight falling out of Terry's hands. "What the heck are you doing?" I stepped closer, but stayed out of the brother's way. The flashlight beam rested on a pile of ancient yellow bones. "Get off me!" Terry shoved Tom's hand away. "You know what I'm doing." And this is the end of part 3 of Old Mother Cleaver. I hope you're enjoying it more than I am. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to press the thumbs up, subscribe, and remember to click the bell icon to ensure that you're notified when new content drops. Until my next video, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, quiet ones.